Okay, this is a new segment. We're going to find out why people believe what they believe and try and talk to people about Christ and see what people's thoughts are about Jesus. So we're just hitting the streets down at the Strand in sunny Townsville. So we're going to go check it out. All right, stick with me. Okay, my name's Matt. What's your name?
Crystal.
Nice to meet you, Crystal. Look, I'm just here on the street talking to people about what they actually believe. Do you believe in God at all?
I believe there's something. I used to go to church really regularly when I was younger, but I think as I've grown up, I've been a bit of a naughty girl, so I felt too guilty to go to church.
When did you stop going to church?
Probably, I reckon I stopped going when I was about 18.
Okay,
But
nice.
It's something I would like to get back to.
Awesome.
I think
awesome.
church is such a good thing and, you know, teaches you really good values and it's a nice thing to have for life. So maybe your church is where I should come back to.
Maybe, potentially. You know, it's funny though, when people actually, say they believe in God or not, a lot of people actually use Jesus's teachings and principles in their day-to-day living, whether they believe in them or not. Do you agree with his basic principles?
Yeah, definitely. You know, being kind to people and forgiveness. I think there's a lot of good messaging that people should apply to their everyday life for sure.
Yeah. So I guess, would you say you call yourself like a cultural Christian?
What does that mean?
Like it's kind of like, you know, you believe in the principles, right? But there's not really, I say, a relationship, a day-to-day relationship with Jesus.
I think that's perfect where we're at. So we've got to get back to that relationship, I think.
Did you grow up like Catholic, Orthodox, or anything like that?
So Catholic, I was baptised as Catholic, and then Orthodox was the church I attended when I was about, 15
Orthodox?
to 18,
Yeah, okay. I grew up Greek Orthodox as well. So yeah. So
I've sort of like jumped around a little bit. I've been to Pentecostal churches for a bit as well.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
The bands and stuff was good fun.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, I think deep down, the way I sort of look at it is when people have appreciation for Jesus' ethics and principles, and you live that way, it might be worth finding out who he actually is. So, like, do you have any issues or obstacles in believing like the resurrection or anything like that? Do you think those things can happen? Do you believe in miracles?
I do believe miracles happen all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the resurrection. I'm not sure. I'm still a little bit on the fence about it.
Yeah, it's reasonable to be because no one's ever done that, right?
Yeah.
That's the craziest part. Well, can I just share something with you? Did you know that the apostles that walked with Jesus, they were under persecution by their Jewish brothers and sisters as well as the Roman Empire. And all they had to do in order to stop the torture and the persecution, in fact, Peter and Paul got thrown into jail. All they had to do to live was to stop telling everyone Jesus came back from the dead. But they would rather die than stop telling the truth of what happened. And Peter got crucified, Paul got his head chopped off, and so they died preaching this message of the resurrection. What do you think about that?
That's pretty crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. No one dies for a lie, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and so did the other apostles, the apostles that we do know of. They all got martyred as well for this crazy thing that they saw. You know, it's actually a cool fact too, was James, the brother of Jesus, didn't believe he was the Messiah. He thought he was a crazy person. And then after the crucifixion, in 40 days at Pentecost, he became a believer because he saw the resurrection. He got martyred too, his own brother. What do you reckon about that?
There you go.
I guess it's sometimes if we put the humanity back in the story and try and understand the human motivations, it's quite possible that it may have happened.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything to share? Do you reckon you might go back to church? You might go check it all out?
What was the name of your church again?
my church is Beaches Church.
Best church I've heard.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing the interview. That's awesome. See ya. What's your name?
I'm Peter.
Nice to meet you, Peter. Thanks for doing this. Do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
Oh, lovely. What God do you believe in?
Well, I think there's only one.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is there any particular religion that you practice?
I was Christian Church of England.
Oh, lovely. So you believe in Jesus?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. So, did you grow up that way?
Yes. We used to go to Sunday school, and we used to have scripture at school.
Yeah, lovely. And do you practice? Do you go to church now at all?
No, I don't go to church.
No worries. Any particular reason you don't go to church at all?
No, not really.
Do you think it's become a bit more like religious nowadays, or?
I think if you want to believe, you can believe without needing to have to go to church, though.
I think you're 100% right on that, for sure. Do you read the Bible at all? Do you pray? Do you do any of those sort of things?
Sometimes I talk to God, yes.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Is there any particular, do you consider that you have like a relationship with Jesus at all, or is it more of a cultural thing?
Probably more of a cultural thing.
Yeah. Have you looked into sort of the history of it all, the principles and the teachings and all that?
Yes, for sure.
Is there any particular story that stands out to you the most that you like about Christ at all?
No one in particular stands out, no.
Yeah. Do you believe in the resurrection? Do you believe that that actually happened?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. You don't have any obstacles in believing in that? Because a lot of people have problems with miracles.
No.
Have you witnessed any miracles yourself at all?
Not really, no.
No, that's awesome. So you have that's a strong faith. A lot of people don't have that. Do you talk to people about your faith at all, or?
Not a lot, no.
No? Any particular reason you don't share it?
No, I sort of believe each to their own, each can believe what they wish and what they want.
Yeah. Do you think it's a positive influence, the Christian teachings on society in today's day and age?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Do you think there's like a lack of it now, or?
It's probably, things have changed and people, kids are taught different values now to what they used to.
Isn't that the truth?
And I sort of think, probably going back to some of the old school would probably be a pretty good idea.
Yeah, and when you say old school, do you mean like traditional Christian teachings?
Stuff, and not just about God, but I mean like about traditional values and having respect for other people and respect for your elders and all of that sort of stuff. I think, old school for sure is definitely the way to go.
When I talk to people about God and they say that they believe in the traditional values, but they don't believe in Jesus, they say that, I ask them, what do you mean by traditional values? And they presuppose the teachings of Christ. So for example, I say like, do you believe in Jesus? No. Okay, well, what is it to live a good life? They go, treat other people the way you want to be treated. They quote Jesus.
For sure. Yes. Yeah. Well,
unknowingly.
That's huge in life, though. I'm a big one for you treat people how you would like to be treated yourself.
100%.
I build. I'm semi-retired now. I build timber furniture. And
Jesus was a chippy.
And I'm hugely successful at it because I build stuff to be how I would want it. And I've got them, as an example, picnic tables I've made over 350.
Oh wow.
And I've got them all in hotels, clubs, that sort of stuff because they last, and it's because I build things how I would want it to be for me.
Yeah.
And I think, that's how we need to treat people, how we would like to be treated ourselves. And I think
that's fantastic.
If we did that, the world would be a better place.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's awesome. I think when I look at today's day and age, we definitely need more of those traditional values.
Oh, for sure.
And love and respect. Do you know what's the one unique teaching to Jesus that no other religion taught? It was love thy enemy and pray for those that persecute you. That is singly unique to Jesus' teachings.
Yeah.
And so, can I ask you this? If you think about the last person that betrayed you, or the last person that hurt you, did you love that person?
Still do.
Oh, wow. That's an amazing answer. That's an amazing answer. So many people struggle with that, and understandably so, right?
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do. So do you think it's easy to be a Christian, or is it difficult when you think about those teachings?
I think it's up to each individual, and different people different things are different for different people for different reasons.
Yeah. Well, I'd just like to thank you for doing this interview. A lot of people have been unwilling, but it's awesome that you can share your faith and that you believe in Christ.
Yeah.
Awesome.